I hope and trust that you are all ready for today's lesson. So let's get right into it. Good morning. Yesterday was Wednesday. Yes, yesterday was the middle of the week, which was Wednesday. That means today is Thursday. The school week is almost finished. Today is Thursday, and that means tomorrow will be Friday. Yay, great job. We are in the month of March. The month that we're in is called March. Before March, we had February, and after March will come what? Some of you have some homework to do there, yes, but we are in the month of March. Yesterday's date was Wednesday, the 3rd of March in the year 2021. 3rd March 2021. So if yesterday was the 3rd of March, today's date is the 4th. So today is Thursday, the 4th of March, 2021. So after 3rd comes 4th, and again, you see ordinal numbers coming out here. And for our background picture today, we have a kitten who seems to be learning his letters and numbers. So yes, the 4th of March. Let's go. The number of the week is tree. T-H-R-E-E, tree. This is how the numeral tree looks in figure. Numeral tree, digit tree, figure tree. This is how it looks. And we learned that triangles are shapes that have three sides. So it doesn't matter how the triangle looks, as long as it has three sides that are connecting, it's a triangle. So all of these shapes here are triangles because they have three connecting sides. Okay? This is an addition fact for the number of the week. 1 plus 2 equals 3. You could do it on your fingers to see. You could put up one finger, then put up two more, and when you count it all together, you should get 3. Or you can do 2 plus 1, and how much would you get again? You'll get 3. So yeah, that's the addition fact for about the number of the week, 3. How do we write the number 3?
Around the tree, around the tree. Let's say to make it 3. Try it again. Around the tree, around the tree. Make a 3.
Okay, now let's move on to what we've been doing for maths. For maths, we have been looking at subtraction. And in our last math lesson, you figured out that subtraction means to take away from a set of things. So in math, when you're subtracting, you're taking away from a set of things. When we subtract, the number of things in the group reduces or it becomes less. And you did some taking away for me, and you sent me some videos of you taking away objects, and you realized that the number of things that you had became less. And we looked at Max, and we said Max had 2 bones, and then his owner took away one of his bones. The number of bones that Max now has, is it more or is it less? It became less, right? So he had 2 before, but now he is down to 1. We also looked at the number line, and on the number line, we said that you have to hop backwards when you are subtracting, when you're taking away, when you're minusing, when you're wanting to find out how many left, how many remaining, you have to hop back. You hop to the left. So we started off with the 2, and we hop 1 time to represent the 1 bone that was taken away from Max, and we ended up at 1. So that means Max had 1 bone left. Great. Let's review some of the words that we looked at in our last lesson. We talked about Remaining. How many are there remaining? How many left? Less. Is this less or is this more than what you had before? Take away. We're taking away things. Remains. Minus. So we can say 3 minus 1. So for Max, he had 2 minus 1. Subtract. 2 subtract 1. And that's all for our reviewing. So now let's get into the meat of the matter for today. So by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to read a subtraction sentence and be able to solve the problem for yourself. All right. So here is our first example. Here I have, it says 3 take away 1 equals. I have 3 bats here for you to see. And it says 3 take away 1 equals. So what does this mean? That we are going to take one of these bats away. So we have 3 and we're going to take one of them away. We can also say 3 take away 1 leaves. How many will be left back? Leaves. 3 take away 1 is. All of these words mean the same thing. All of them have to do with subtraction. All right. Now I'm going to take away the 1. Do you see the 1 that's already missing? I faded it out for you guys. So 3 take away 1 equals, how many left? How many remaining? Count them. Right, so 3 take away 1 equals 2. Or we can say it leaves 2. So 2 bats are remaining. 1 flew away and went by business, and then the other 2 were just there chilling still. So that means 2 remains. We can take away the word take away, the words take away, and we replace it with this sign. Have you ever seen this sign before? Do you know what this sign means? Okay, yes, I'm hearing some bright people saying it means minus, it means to take away. Right, this is called a minus sign. I am now going to introduce you to this guy. His name is Linus the Minus. And let's read a little story about Linus the Minus. Linus the Minus is a naughty young lad, always taken away. He is oh so bad. When he comes around, you will end up with less. He makes a big difference, but he'll never confess. So Linus the Minus is a minus sign, is the minus sign, and he is always taken away. You always end up with less when he's around. He makes a big difference, but he never tells the truth. He's like, oh, I didn't do anything. But once he is there, you end up with less. All right, so there's an example here of a subtraction sentence. 7 minus 3. So Linus the Minus took away the 3. And how many was left? 4. Is that more or is that less than what you had before? That is definitely less because 4 is smaller than 7. So Linus the Minus is the minus sign and he is always taken away because he's oh so bad. Now let's look at our own subtraction sentences today. So I put in a minus sign for you. Remember, minus the minus is always taken away. And let's read our subtraction sentence. So let's call the name of this number. This number is 2. So we can say 2 take away 1 equals blank. So we have to work it out. So we have 2 flowers here and we are going to take away how many? 1. So we're going to take away 1 flower. I took away 1 flower from up here. And how many flowers are left? How many left? 1. Nice. So 2 take away 1 equals 1. So we have 1 remaining, or you can say, Miss, I have 1 left, so 1 flower left. So maybe I give the other flower to my mom. All right, so 2 take away 1 equals 1. Nice. Let's look at our next problem. We have 3 pieces of cheese here. 1, 2, 3. Let's read our subtraction problem together. So 3 subtract. We can say subtract as well. We can also say take away. So 3 subtract 2 equals what? So 3 subtract 2. So how many are we going to be subtracting? We're going to be subtracting means the same as taking away. So we're going to be subtracting 2. So let's take 2. I took the 2, 1 from this end, 1 from that end. And how many are left? We have 1 left. Nice. So 3 subtract 2 equals 1. Nice. So is this less or is this more? It's less. That's a big difference. Yes. So when Linus the minus sign comes around, he takes away and you end up with less. So 3 subtract 2 equals 1. We have one block of trees left. Let's hurry up and eat that trees before someone comes and takes it away. Let's look at this other problem. Here, how many cupcakes do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 cupcakes. Let's read our subtraction sentence now. So it says 4 minus, we can also say minus. So 4 minus 1 equals, another way of reading that is 4 subtract 1 equals, and finally we can also say 4 take away 1 equals. And now let's do the math. So we have 4 things and we are going to take away how many? 1. We're going to subtract 1. So I took 1 cupcake from the end there. Somebody was so hungry. So I'm going to eat one of these cupcakes. And we took away 1. We subtracted 1. We minus 1. How many cupcakes are left? Count them. How many left? 3 cupcakes are left. Nice. So 4 subtract 1 equals 3. Great. So is this number less or is it more? It's less. So remember that when we're subtracting, that numbers become less because the minus loves to take away, and what you are left with is less. Nice. Now let's look at this one now. Let's read the subtraction sentence. It says 4 minus, so you could say minus, we could say take away, or also we could say subtract. Nice. So 4 minus 3 equals 4 take away 3 equals 4 subtract 3 equals. So how many are we subtracting? We are subtracting 3. Great. So I subtracted 3 sweets right here. And how many sweets are left? We have 1 sweet left, or 1 sweet remaining. So 4, let's finish read a complete subtraction sentence now. 4 minus 3 equals 1. So you have 1 sweet left. Who are you going to share that 1 sweet with? That's so kind of you to share, and other people I'm hearing them saying, "Oh, miss, I'm not giving it to anyone." That's okay. All right, then let's move on. So here we have 5 bluebirds. Yes, we have 5 bluebirds, and let's read our subtraction sentence. It says 5, well, we know we have 5 bluebirds, so we're starting off with 5. 5 minus, what other words can you say for this sign? We can say 5 minus, we can say 5 subtract, yes, and we can say 5 take away. Good. So minus and minus, we can use different words when we're talking about this and when we're reading our subtraction sentences. So 5 minus 3 equals blank. How many are we going to be taking away from these bluebirds here? How many birds are going to fly away? 3. We're going to have 3 bluebirds flying away from the 5. All right, so let's take away the 3. So 3 have been minused, 3 has been subtracted, 3 have flown away. And so how many are left? 3 flown away. How many are left? Good. 1, 2. So you see, it doesn't matter where you take them away from, as long as you take away the correct number. So we took away 3 indeed. 1, 2, 3. We took those 3 away. And so how many left? 1, 2. Right. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Or I could say 5 take away 3 equals 2. And finally, we can say 5 subtract 3 equals 2. And there you have it. You've done such a good job. Now it's your turn because you've done such a wonderful job. I would like for you to take the time out to do some more work for yourself and show me how bright you are. All right? So you're going to be doing these subtraction sentences inside of your book. Okay, so head up for today and do these for me. And feel free to draw and color the worms as well. All right? And remember to read your subtraction sentences in different ways. That's number 1. This is number 2. And this is number 3. And this is number 4. So you have 4 questions to work on for me. And that will be all for today's lesson. So I hope that you really enjoyed your math lesson and you're enjoying this chapter. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys.